Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Under Embargo with Chelsea. Today we're starting on the page of Billy Gilmore. I'm going to try and show you a few more of these players at the start of videos from now on, so that you're not just stuck on one screen, so you might get a chance. I've got a big list of them that I'm going to work through. Massive thank you to Tick for that list. That is sensational stuff, and some of the knowledge you've been dropping in the comments is amazing. I've really been enjoying, just been pumped to go and record videos at the moment, just because the comment section's been great. Everything's just been great. It sounds a bit overly positive, I know, but it's genuinely true. So Billy Gilmore, he's out on loan at Aberdeen. I saw that people were like, free Billy Gilmore. Well, he has sort of been freed into the wild of Scotland, where he's made 3 appearances for Aberdeen so far. I was thinking about keeping him around a little bit because he was very highly rated. The club liked him, but then I thought there's no way, particularly as he plays as an attacking midfielder. Sorry, the skin is different, and I just need to put that on like so. Right, that's more like it. I had to adjust the skin a little bit so I could get all the stuff I wanted in with the attribute analysis, the comparison, and all that jazz. That's my issue. I'm using a new skin. This is TCS skin. This is an earlier version of it. There's not a version released yet at the time of me recording this, but this is what it's going to look like. There's a few new things to it. I really, really like it. It just allows me to display more information on the screen at any one time, and that is always a good thing in my book. So yeah, Billy Gilmore, very, very highly. Hopefully he'll have a long career with us. But unfortunately, because, I mean, he can play deeper, and that's kind of where his best role is, but he's behind so many people in that role that just wasn't worth talking about. Sorry about that. Had to sort that out. Microphone much closer to the face now because the computer is now making horrendous noises. It kept blue screening over the weekend. It is very much on its last leg, so that is a concern of mine. I have to say, are we going to have Region Sunday again this year? Oh, absolutely. We only missed it that one day because it was just a manic weekend. We're trying to get stuff sorted for FM20 and stuff. So starting from this week, we will have Regen Sunday again. For those of you that are new to the channel, what that is if you find an amazing regen, be it the name, the nationality, anything cool about them, or just an amazing player, there's a Discord link in the description. You can go over and join there. There's all sorts of other stuff too. We have a specific channel for regens. Drop them in there, and I share the best ones over on Sundays as well. So yeah, head over and compete. Well, not compete. Join in with that, and I'll be showing the best ones on Sunday's episode. Right, so we've had a couple of games off camera, which is cool. We had a cup game, and we had a nice league game, and today we're back for Celtic and Sheffield United. I've changed the tactic ever so slightly. Not even changed the tactic, I've changed an approach slightly, and I think it's had a definitely positive effect on us, which is a little bit scary if you're another team, in all honesty. So we went away to Rotherham with a massively rotated side in the cup, and we won 8-0. 8-bloody-0. You'll notice that Emerson got 5 assists on the night. What an absolute lad, albeit playing against the worst team. But I made a little tiny change, and you can really see that defensively we were superb in this game. Gave them nothing. Didn't even commit a single foul either. Willian grabbed himself 4 goals. Jorginho scored a penalty. Hudson-Odoi scored. Borja scored. Charlie Brown scored. Found out something cool about Charlie Brown. He is the joint all-time scorer in the UEFA Youth League with 15 goals, which is a lot. So it was great to see both him and Broja scoring in this game, which is really nice. Callum Hudson-Odoi getting a start, played really, really well as well. He might actually start today against Celtic because I think his additional physicality might be a bit more useful for us over someone with the likes of Pedro. So that's nice. Unfortunately, Olivier Giroud pulled his knee ligaments the moment after he got back from injury, so he's out for another 3 weeks. So it will just keep BB knocking that ball down the road. And then next up in the league, it was only a 1-0 victory over Burnley, but again, you can really see the domination. Way more miserly at the back, more possession, less foul still, but we basically gave them nothing in this match. Tammy Abraham, lovely ball. Pedro whips one in low. Tammy Abraham smashing it across there to give us a 1-0 victory. Now, it could have been more goals, obviously, on the night. Unfortunately, Abraham and Batshuayi still missed a couple more one-on-ones. That is starting to get a little bit graty. Now, I think we're at a fair point in the save now where we can sort of go, how do you actually believe that FM20 is shaping up? Because when I asked in the original video, there wasn't a lot to go on with that. All I'd really had is what I'd played down at SI on the Alpha and my limited experience on the beta from those few minutes I'd actually played. So what do you guys think about it now? For me, there's a couple of key issues which I feel like definitely should be easily rectified because they weren't that present in the Alpha version. So we'll see. Or the version I played down at SI, that is. And that is, I still think long shots are a little bit too overpowered, but the main thing for me is that one-on-ones absolutely need to be going in a little bit more. It's just, I don't think we've not scored a single one as far as I can remember all season, and we've created at least 15 of them, it feels like in my head anyway. So that's the one thing for me that could make this really, really, really good. So that result moves us up into 6th place. We're only 3 points off of the Champions League places now, and that is Leicester City as well. Man United having a good start to the year. The board are very disappointed as we look way off of getting in the Champions League. Mate, we're 3 points behind. Pipe down. But nevertheless, a reasonable start to the year. We're well in contention, like Arsenal, Liverpool and City running away with things. There does seem to be a huge disparity, like the top teams are smashing people left, right and centre, and the bottom few teams are getting absolutely dicked on week in, week out, particularly Villa, I would say. They've lost 5-0 at least 2 times. You really need to play Emerson over Alonso. Given regular playing time, he becomes arguably the best left back in the world by the end of the first season. Mason Mount also needs to be playing more because he's crazy high PA and works well as a BBM or DLP. I know, but at the end of the day, not every single player can play in the team. There's 11 slots, and I need to pick the best players that we've currently got. Alonso is our best performing player this season, so to drop him for Emerson It's just not going to happen. That being said, it's a long season. There's also a lot of games. Everybody's going to get game time. And the great thing about I've built these analysis views so we can actually look and then see, once we've got a decent amount of data, who's actually performing the best. And that's kind of the most important thing for me. Emerson played amazingly, but it was against Rotherham. Alonso's put in performances against big sides in the Premier League, as has Emerson. But we want to see. The fact is, having two amazing players is certainly not a bad thing. Oh yeah, and the board are upgrading our youth recruitment, which is quite nice. I just thought I'd ask them on a whim, since it was actually a whim? Who the hell talks like that? And they actually said yes. I didn't think there would actually be any room to grow up, but apparently there was. Okay, so this is not obviously, this is just the lineup that I used in the last game, I think. I haven't actually pressed the button to pick a selected team or anything. So, yeah. Zappacosta, 3-match ban in the end, unfortunately for him. Pedro, I'm going to drop him out today and bring in Hudson-Odoi. We rested him a little bit, so he's nearly there anyway. Kovacic and Jorginho have both played amazingly this year, but in fact, Jorginho's probably been slightly better. But look at this, 4.5 now. Kovacic, I mean, to be fair, Jorginho did play against Rotherham, so that might have boosted his ranking a little bit. But still, it's great to have that option. Mason Mount's also played a lot. We're just rotating stuff around. It's nice. Marcus Alonso or Emerson. It's still got to be Marcus Alonso at this point. But Emerson is absolutely on the bench because we always need to replace the fullbacks often because they get so knackered. Right, the one change I've made isn't even to this. It's just a slight thing we're going to do on the opposition instructions where, because we're not playing a high line and we're not doing an offside trap, we can afford to tight mark strikers, which means that in theory, we might not get caught out so much when they make runs in behind because we're going to be a lot more on them. We're not going to allow them, particularly with the fact that jostling has been improved, so they might not actually be able to make those runs. And I think that's what I noticed in those 2 games off camera. Strikers just couldn't make runs because our defenders were just jostling them out the way, and it was working brilliantly. They're both inverted, which means we should probably press them if they do start to cut inside. Edouard, we're going to start marking, and Rogic will leave that for now. Everything else relatively simple because he's already got 13 goals this season. The other thing I did against both Rotherham and Burnley was actually started off on attacking. Not sure if we want to do that against Celtic. We might just sort of adjust that on the fly. But it does certainly lend itself to the way we play. Let's go. Right then, let's get out there, make something happen. Like, this should be a comfortable home win for us, really, considering we were able to beat Atletico here. But you never know. And the fact is we've won a few games in a row now, starting to get some momentum, some cohesion amongst the players. Azpilicueta, ball straight through there. And Christie, oof, this is my issue. Christie with the ball in, perhaps. And it's... Oh, what a... I mean, that's hit the bar. That's just hit the bar, hasn't it, really? Didn't actually notice that we were away from home, so that might help things a little bit for Celtic in that sense, but I think we'll be all right. Like, they've got to be sort of the weakest team in this group, which means we really should, if we want to try and get through this group, be winning here. Batshuayi's through. Watch the one-on-one be missed. I mean, once again, one-on-one chance created, and they missed. They just can't score them. Ball in again, and Abraham. Christensen will just drop this back. Oh, no, goes for Hudson-Odoi instead. Maybe a long ranger. Nope. Marcus Alonso. Long rangers seem to have more chance of going in, unfortunately. Ball through. Christie. Oh, God, they've scored. Ryan Christie scores with Celtic's first shot of the game. Well, not first shot on the game. First shot on target. We're going to have to move to attacking. I think it's just our better approach right now. Unfortunately, though, we're creating high-quality chances, and unfortunately, those don't seem to go in anymore. Ball to the back post. Christie, good first touch, and it's just drilled across the goalkeeper. Right, going to attacking. I mean... It's still only 1-0. There's a long way to go, and Abraham's in behind. He's through again. He's not going to be able to finish that one. That's a much more difficult angle, but again, they just don't score. That being said, the angle wasn't that much tighter than Celtic's goal, in all honesty. Cleared away again. Edouard. Win it off them. That's more like it. Getting them a bit more hard. I think that's what we've got to do for the second half. We've got to press harder and tackle harder for once. We're going to concede a few fouls doing it, but I think that's our only way to get the ball off them at the moment. Hudson-Odoi has been really poor, though, unfortunately. And he might be someone I might yank him at half-time, unfortunately. We have to do something in this second half because it's been a really poor performance. That being said, we've still created 2 excellent opportunities, which once again just cannot seem to be scored. Abraham, Pulisic. This might be one of these games where I might actually be tempted to drop one of the strikers out and put an attacking midfielder in for a little bit as well and try that, because at the moment we're just not getting enough of the ball. Not that that's usually an issue for us, it's just today. Here we go. Pedro flicks it down. Batshuayi wins it. Well played. Pedro again. Can you knock it in behind, maybe? Emerson also feels like a worthy substitute in this game too. Try out a bit more, a different style of creativity. Marcus Alonso, though, back post. Can he find a ball in? No. Yes, Batshuayi! And Abraham, and it's saved by Gordon. Oh, they've lost it. Pedro's through. Come on, he's got to find someone at the back post here. Please, square it. And Abraham! That's a really difficult angle for him. Since Abraham's been playing so poorly, I'm going to move the roll back to that. Get Mason Mount on there. There's like a shadow striker. Just to try and mix things up a little bit. Give us a player in a slightly different position. Mainly so I can get Tammy Abraham off as well, because he's just not having a good day. You know, he's bound to have a bad day occasionally, but we need to have options, and Mason Mount right now is definitely the man for that job. Cleared away again. Okay, sure. Dear. Yeah, this is what... I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes stuff happens in football as well. You can't always go, oh, it's just the game. But like at the end of the day, we've created the good chances, but it's just not been our day. Headed away, and first time strike from the edge of the area, and it's in the back of the net for Celtic. We've been really poor in general today, though. Like, we've not been our sort of bustling, creative best. And there we have it, Celtic 2, Chelsea. Now, that's a really poor performance in general. Like, we weren't good on the night. Still created opportunities, but we weren't good. And we gave up... I mean, we didn't give up any chances. We gave up a lot of shots. Well, a reasonable amount of shots, but... it's just one of those things, isn't it? Sometimes that's going to happen. They were pretty decent defensively. They limited us to to very few chances. We still had enough chances to score goals, but as usual, unfortunately, they don't go in. Hudson-Odoi was not good, and I think maybe I should have started Pedro, as he definitely improved us when he came on. Azpilicueta wasn't great either. We've played well recently, so I guess we were due for a bit of an issue, but that was, that was poor. Right, so I think we're actually playing last this weekend, which has put us in an interesting position when you actually look at the league just very briefly. Man United have gone fourth because Leicester lost at home to City, but if we were to win, we would go level on points with Manchester United and Leicester, and we'd probably go above Leicester, so we'd be right back in the battle. I think it's between us, Man United, and Spurs for that fourth spot this year. United seem to be pretty damn good. The other three kind of just running away with it, Arsenal in particular. Anyway, today, unfortunately, Callum Hudson-Odoi did not cover himself in glory in that game. That's fine, though. He'll get plenty more chances. Just didn't quite work out for him on the night. Kovacic, I don't think he was particularly great either, and so I might be tempted to try Jorginho just to rest things up. These two will give him a chance still, because it's kind of all we've got at the moment. Alonso, I'm going to drop him out too and give Emerson a chance from the beginning, just to, freshen things around a little bit. And maybe even try out Tomori at right back, because why the hell not? Jody Morris won't shut up about it. So we've got to start moving stuff around. I'm happy with Pulisic, though. I think he's done well this year. We need to just go out there and kind of put our demons behind us. What I would say, though, is we didn't concede that many chances. We didn't concede any chances against Celtic. No one-on-ones, none of that. And I think that definitely comes down to the fact that we were controlling their strikers a little bit more. The goals came from elsewhere, of course, but on another day that doesn't happen, and sometimes, we just weren't very good going forward either. So it's kind of hard to know what to do and who to go after in this one. Norwood needs to be taken out because he's their main playmaker, but we're going to go after McGoldrick and Billy Sharp and try to mark them. We've got one on each in theory, and then maybe Luke Freeman will close down a little bit, but we don't want to be too much on that one. Sheffield United are not playing well this year, but we are away from home, so we'll see. We need a response, basically. Such a way, though, we're going to start this one off on positive and, again, sort of see where this game lands. Tomori, as a sort of defensive kind of player on that right-hand side, might not be the worst thing in the world for us. This needs to be a nice win. Another Champions League. Oh, it's in the back of the net, and it's Andreas Christensen. Makes it Sheffield United 0, Chelsea 1. That was not really who I expected that one to go to be honest. Christensen makes a darting run through the middle, and oh my god, it's come off the defender. I thought Batshuayi might have been offside there. It doesn't matter, 1-0, love. Pop, bang, lovely. 1-0 Chelsea. Great start to the match. Let's keep building on that, though. Let's not let this one slip. That's more like it. We're going past players now. This is like the exact opposite of how we played against Celtic. Pedro. Emerson's ball. Batshuayi! How many times are we going to hit the woodwork this season? I swear to God, Batshuayi must have hit it about 7 times. But we do look ferocious at the moment, even in possession, which is a very strange sight for us. And Tomori! We've hit the woodwork again, and we've won it again. They're misplacing every other pass they make here. Batshuayi's through. This will be a miss. Yep, what a surprise. Difficult time, that one, though. Like, he's a bit further away. You can't expect him to be scoring every one of those. And Batshuayi, and what a save again by Henderson. Watch them score with their first shot on target, though, of course, because that's... Oh, good save. Really good save. Kepa does well to keep us in the game there. I don't want to lose the battle in these wide areas. Like, we've been winning it so well so far. Baldock. Ah, he's gone past him. But I am getting a little bit sick of this. The more difficult the chances, seemingly, the more likely it is to go in at the moment. Right, let's keep going. Okay, so we were doing well. For the first sort of half hour of this game, it was complete domination. They've definitely improved. I wonder if someone's performance has really dropped, and that's what we need to be looking at. Oh my god, are you serious? Alright, we're definitely going to have to make some substitutions now. We started this game so brilliantly. Dominant, chances, goals, and then it just... Looks like our player almost won the header there. Okay. Because at the moment, this one's going nowhere. That first half an hour, it completely... Whoa, good strike from Henderson. Good save from Henderson there. Yeah, that first half an hour, we were dominant. Really could have been 2 or maybe even 3 up. Oh, for Reece James. Oh, good ball. Batshuayi! And it's over the crossbar. We could still turn this entirely around, and we kind of need to. Reece James. Ender Stevens. Well won by Reece James again. He's done good things since he came on, I've got to say. Pulisic. We've got Willian creeping into that back post spot as well. And he might even win this header. He does. Batshuayi, good strike from range. And Abraham's put in the rebound. I don't know how that happened. Well, I guess shooting from range does... Well, I don't like that. But That seems to be the only way you can score at the moment, is from long range. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't actually the long range strike. It was the goalkeeper's lack of getting back to it. And the defenders were not good there. It's a wonderful little finish, though, from Tammy Abraham to actually get that over the keeper. Emerson's ball in, and Christensen puts it in again! Sheffield United 2, Chelsea 3. Andreas Christensen has scored twice in one game. What a madman. When did he score again? Look at this. This is beautiful. Wonderful header from him. Emerson with the assist. Right, we're turning it off of attacking. I don't believe we've turned it around. Oh. Reece James, I think he's done really, really well since he's come on. There's a few times I've seen him make absolutely brilliant interceptions. Tammy Abraham with the flick on. O'Connell, once again into the channel. And Reece James needs to deal with this, and he does. Really, really composed. Kepa, lovely play that is. Just see out the final 2 minutes here. Or maybe play one in behind for Batshuayi for to miss ever. Help me! Every one-on-one is being missed. Chelsea, we look like we are going to grab the victory here. But my God, we really had to work for it. Jorginho. This is surely going to see this game out now. Ball through for Batshuayi. Oh, he probably could have hit that first time, in all honesty. Probably should have. Reece James, Pulisic, and that is the end of the match. Sheffield United 2, Chelsea 3. You concede a couple of seconders, and then you score a couple of seconders. It's a weird old game, isn't it? Sheffield United 2, Chelsea 3. What a fantastic away victory. That I know it's against Sheffield United, but I do enjoy coming from behind. It's just, shouldn't have to do that in every single game now, should we? But at least we found the, maybe we should have gone shoot on sight against Celtic 2, I suppose. God damn, this is a tough, oh, that's the League Cup. We don't care about that. I kind of want to do another double live comp because after that, it starts to even out a little bit. And we can have a nice chunk of off-camera games to come back for Atletico after that, or Manchester United do a double live comp there, but with a bigger chunk off camera. But I'm trying to focus on the important games, and they keep getting clustered together. So that's definitely what we're going to do. Don't worry, I might even do some double upload days to make sure that we get through 2 seasons in this save, because I really do want to do 2 seasons. So, if you've enjoyed this episode, the Celtic game was a piss-poor performance, and in ways the Sheffield United one was as well, but we still managed to come back and grab ourselves the victory. Drop a like, that'd be gorgeous, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be amazing as well, and I'll join you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching, bye-bye.